Greetings, this is the Evening Run. A pleasure always. Your host, Danobi2.
Danobi has told me the evening run has come to an end. My children...
That was the wrong intro. Hello, everybody. How is everybody doing tonight? We're going to have some fun tonight. I have a good old buddy here. Optical is going to be joining us for the evening run. Optical, like I said, behind stage before we got in. Man, we haven't hung out in a while. We haven't hung out since the storm, the end of the apocalyptic 2023, 2022. The storm is coming phase.
Now we have a different storm. It's just like
we have a different storm. You jumped into a different escape pod. I was in a different one, and we were able to survive the torments and the rains, and then we ended up meeting in a different country. So it's been wild. It's been wild. Let me give me a second here. Let me check in with the crew. Hello, Martin. Thank you for joining for this evening run. Thank you for hearing some tall ladies being. Yes, we're going to talk about Avatar. Eric Heinke, She-Hulk, Hot Toys, bring it in. We're going to discuss She-Hulk on this live stream. Gilbert Hartman, there we go. Checking in from that flag. Is that French? Oh man, you guys are gonna kill me. I'm American. Come on, I don't know anything outside the U.S. Come on, Optical. You don't know what that flag is from, right?
I have no idea.
There you go. We're American, so we're excused. We don't really care about the rest of the world.
Right? Yeah, I was just like, they don't exist.
So happy. Yes, we're gonna definitely. What's going on, Lane? Everybody. The Mark 6 on pre-order and paid for. Do you think it's worth getting to try to get the gantry version? I talked about it in my last stream. I think it is a work of art. I do not have the Mark 6 on pre-order. I can assure you it's coming home. The whole shebang. Ash Chase, plastic. What's up, plastic rackets? Geodesic polyhedron. Hello, everybody. Hello. Let's see. Look, there you go. I'm not the only one. I am Legend. Reaching out to Optical. See, it's been a while. Optical has to come out. Every now and then.
My hibernation.
All you have to do, people in the community think that, we stop talking to each other. A lot of the times, one of us just needs to, hey, you want to just come chill and crash on a live stream? That's all it takes.
Right.
The worst you'll get from me or from Optical is like, no, I'm busy. All right. No big deal. No big deal. That's it. No, I got stuff to do. All right. No big deal. So, it's amazing when you throw an invite out there. Gilbert from the Netherlands. What's going on? Channel member of PSL, 12 p.m. from Hong Kong. Hello, sir. Hugo Boss. Yeah, we're gonna have some fun tonight. We're gonna have some fun. But you know what? I need where's my background? What's wrong with me? There you go. It's had a blue background. There you go. Let's add some background and the Aztec checking in from Anaheim. Optical. You know what time? We're approaching July. You know what happens in July? You know what happens in July?
Oh.
Yeah. Comic-Con, folks. Comic-Con. I will be at, yeah.
The last con I saw you was on that Vegas con.
It's been a while. No, I can't wait. July is the month of San Diego Comic-Con, and it's when I get to get out and hang out with the peeps and stuff. But before I get on to some of the topics and discussion, I definitely do want to let the channel members know that we're going to be doing the giveaway at the end of the video. So if I by chance procure brand new channel members, unfortunately, you will not be added into this contest, I guess, or that's not even a raffle. I'm not sure. It's just a giveaway. And I'm doing it old school, folks. I am doing it old school. I took all the channel members, I cut them in little slips of pieces of paper, and I threw them in my Dune bucket here. So you can kind of see, for transparency purposes. Let me get this thing open. See, look, there's my little small batch of, there it is right there. So my small little supporters, thank you so much. Do you know what I'm going to be giving away, Optical?
It says here Hall of Armor.
The Hall of Armor. I'm going to be giving away
right behind me. Is this like this one or the
okay. No, it's one of the Hot Toys Hall of Armor.
Okay.
And it's what's special about this one is that this one is 100% USB hacked, so it is going to be plug and play. So members, it's the blue one. So, and the bars have embedded cob LEDs. It's all USB wired, so you plug it in and it lights up. It's going to be blue. It's not RGB, meaning the color's going to change. It is designed specifically to glow fluorescent blue. So it'll be that one. And then what I'll probably end up doing, Optical, is that for the month of July, the giveaway will be the dark blue, which will be the one on the right.
Oh, nice.
So that's for channel members. You guys want to support the channel? I'll hopefully do another Feisty TV League video for July. Most likely I have one in the works. I'll launch it before I go to the convention. I have some story ideas because I like the Feisty videos. Optical, you know I love my Feisty videos.
I know you do. Yeah.
I get a kick out of that shit. So I'll be doing the giveaway at the end for channel members. And let's get on to some of the topics here. All right, let's wrap this one up here. we're gonna revisit because I talked about it on, was it Friday? When was this released? When was this guy released? I forgot.
Friday.
Friday night, right? Was it Friday?
I think Friday. Yeah,
it was Friday. And then I did my live stream, and I just ended up with heartburn and gastrointestinal pain just discussing this piece of shit. So I had a couple days to simmer before I give I'm going to do my final thoughts, and I'm going to move away from this. But before I do, all right, let me settle down. I'm going to give Optical the stage so I can hear some of your thoughts on this little work of art here.
it is so confusing, right? Because the other one just got released. Like literally just got released. Like at least I get it. You know, you're trying to target a different demographic, you know, but why is it more expensive than Wolverine? I don't know. Because Wolverine is like $150.
Wolverine is $160.
Yeah, it's like $175, I think.
Yeah, you know? And then when you add the $30 average for sales tax and shipping, it still is under $200. So it's kind of it lets collectors sleep. It's easy on the eye. This guy is not, though. This is a $200 plus figure, not sugarcoating it like anybody else in the community. It's $175 plus shipping and tax. Some of my authorized retailers aren't even carrying this. So what that tells me is that most collectors, that they want this particular Hano budget batch series, they're going to have to go through Sideshow. Yeah. So is the price, is that what's going through your head now then, Optical?
Yeah. Also the timing, right? Like, at least because with the Wolverine, when the Wolverine was announced with Deadpool, I've seen like a lot of, you know, members and subscribers said, hey, I just canceled my Hanyo Wolverine because I don't feel like I need two, you know, because the other one would be sufficient enough. You want to change the head sculpt, you could. This one, the other version,
educated collectors, mind you, but yes, go ahead. Sorry, not to interrupt you.
Oh, that's all right.
They canceled it. They did good.
They get that, you know, like, sure, you're gonna lose the NRD and all that stuff, but with this guy right here, the other one is not even waitlisted, like the video game version. Sure, you're gonna add 100. There's more accessories. You got the tentacles on the back, you know, swappable eyes, and you know the paint application is different and all that stuff. I get trying to cater for, again, maybe this is in between Hot Toys and Mezco. Let's say you're collecting Mezco, you want to step up to Hot Toys, but you're not ready for a $300 figure yet, so you're gonna settle for $200, right? I get that, but this would be more appealing if the other one's sold out. So you're kind of like, hey, I have no choice, so I guess I'll just get this. But right now, you might as well save another 100 and get that. I guess I don't know, right? That
was my logic.
Right.
You're pretty much preaching. I don't know if you saw my live stream on it, but that was my logic. My logic is that this is supposed to be an entry-level budget figure for a Hot Toys collector, and at $200, I honestly, I would be embarrassed and appalled that this would be the first entry into a virgin Hot Toys collector coming in, and then this is what they experience. Like I would be god awfully embarrassed for that.
Yeah.
At 200, like I said, right there. Again, it may be slightly different. It may even be a little bit less at under 200, but I'm going off of the state of Nevada, sales tax and shipping. This is a $200 plus, $201 figure for me. This is not worth $200. Not with the spandex, not with the sticker peeling off. And it concerns me, Optical, that there's just people within the community that vouch for this nightmare that don't even have any of the Hano figures in hand, but they're speaking by experience going off of prototype photos. The prototype photos for this are a joke. I mean, if that's the best that they can do, that is a huge pause for concern.
Yeah, it's literally a Mezco, a 12-inch Mezco.
I mean, you know, I brought one up. That's like it's exactly. I had one on there.
Yeah.
It just, I still can't believe it. I still can't believe. Now, I believe the community is torn. Some are for it, some are not. Some think it's cool. Some are like, no, this is not for me. So it's still undecided. I hope. I mean, we're still looking at 130 pre-orders average from Hot Toys. It's heartbreaking that this is going to be their entry level. My final thoughts, Optical, is that for $200, I got to think about it. I go, was I being too harsh? Was I being over dramatic? No, this is still a huge rip. This is still no. This is still a huge, not a rip off. There's not, you know what's lacking is the value. That's what it is. It's the value.
There's no, like you said, there's no value. There's no incentive for you to get this because in the 1/6 world, you know, like I bought a third-party head sculpt for $90 for my Batman Begins. I mean, if you really want a Spider-Man, a black suit Spider-Man, get that $100, add it, get the Hot Toys version. I mean, the Hot Toys version, not the Hanyo version. That is, and don't get me wrong, I do buy cheap figures because I don't have an option. Let's say 3-0, right? 175, 150 G.I. Joe. It's because that is the best option you have at that point. Hot Toys doesn't make G.I. Joe. I'll buy the G.I. Joe from 3-0.
Yep.
Because they don't exist. But this guy exists. I mean, I get it. It's not the comic book version. That's the video game version. But squint your eyes and, they'll be the same.
Thank you. My God, I know I can't be the only veteran collector out there that sees what a not even a farce. This is just like, why do this? It just doesn't. And the fact that like it should, as a veteran collector, you should really pause. And you're right, Optical, because you and I, on occasion, I do buy Black Series, but again, you get what you pay for. Yeah. Black Series, $30 in Mezco and so forth. This is a $200. And here's the kicker, though. We don't even know what type of body they're using. We don't even know if this is going to be one of Hot Toys' premium bodies or if it's one from that was recycled or from a third-party manufacturer. It is very dangerous to vouch for something that is toting itself as an entry level, with a sticker price of $200, and you don't even know what type. We don't know if those joints are going to be solid. We don't know if it's going to be able to hold a pose. We're assuming, right? We're assuming it's going to hold a pose.
Because even at the current price, I feel like they need to have a bigger separation price wise for this to work. You need to separate like Hanyo price wise. I mean, we already get the quality is different, but even at this, like I buy a 3-0 before this. Like the Cobra Commander is 150. I'll get that before this.
Yeah, I have it too. That's right. That's right. You're the GI. That's right. The GI Joe, the Shadow, the one in the white suit. I have that guy.
Shadow,
yeah. I have him. I got him really cheap for $150. I don't even know where. I have him in Joker's Palace in my display. He's really cool though. They did a really good job on him for the price, right? For the value.
Plus, you don't have an option. Like, do you want a higher end Storm Shadow? Where? Like, where am I going to get one? Like, nowhere. So,
Channel member Eric, I think the Cantina HasLab will get funded. I second that motion, Eric. I think the Cantina HasLab will get funded, and we're going to see the 11th hour backers, the undercover Phantom Menace retailers, like Big Bad Toy Store, Brian's Toys. They're not going to come in and submit their orders. So you're not back in that Cantina, are you, Optical?
No.
Okay.
I'm
back in just one because it sounds not for like an investment purpose or anything like that, because I do tend to flip these Kickstarters to help fund the collection. But the Cantina just seems like a fun little project, and I think it's going to be my gateway into 3D printing, because I've seen a lot of comments where people they want to print the walls, the exterior walls, and the seal, and I'm like, that would be a really cool, fun project to complete the Cantina, where with all the 3D printed exterior walls in the roof, and then I can grab, let's say, a GoPro camera and kind of move it in through the corridors. Yeah, to give it that realistic, because I can promise you that if it does, when it does get funded, I'm going to add lights. I'm going to USB hack the shit out of it. I'm going to add lights to all the tables. I'm going to string all the lights, and it will be plug and play, so that if once a GoPro enters my Cantina, it's going to look like a set. So I'm excited. To me, that's the stuff that gets me excited. That's like fun. That's a fun project that I kind of like, this is going to be kind of cool. But I'm only back in one Cantina, the actual deluxe on that there. Lane, what I mean for the monster figures, 1/12 scale figures for Godzilla, some of those can be 200. So the spine pricing is still good for 1/6. Lane, are you justifying the Hano? Hold on. Did I give Lane any points? I'm taking them back. Right. Oh God! And then he super chats me so that I can put.
So you can't pick that up. You can take the points away.
So I actually do enjoy Godzilla. I think I have maybe 2 Godzilla action figures buried somewhere in my module case, and he's right. But let's add a little bit more information. The high-end studio that makes it, can't think of their name. They made like the not they do like really high-end mold in die-cast vinyl.
Mondo?
No, not Mondo. It's a special Japanese company that specializes in the best Godzilla molds. Because they did one of my Nautilus, my 20,000 Leagues Nautilus, and it's worth a mint now. Jesus, this is gonna kill me. But it's different because that's a high-end company. So you can't really compare a high-end company to a budget entry-level company. But regardless, though, Kramer, you will get a super chat. Thanks.
Excellent. Thank you kindly for the generous super chat. Denobi2 extends his praise for your support.
Which one is it? God, somebody. X-Plus. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, Star Ace had them, right? Like
they are phenomenal. What they do, X-Plus. Yeah. Do you have any other products?
I had a Kong, because they collaborated with Star Ace.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got the Kong vinyl before. Yeah.
I came close to buying something from X-Plus when I was in Tokyo my last trip. Some giant ass Godzilla that it was like the size of a small child. It looked fantastic. Luckily, I didn't, because they take up so much space. But X-Plus also did Nautilus and a few other. I think they're known more for like their monster series and SH figures and stuff like that. But they've done other stuff, and they did a work of art on my Nautilus. I have it right next to me, and it's one of my favorite pieces. But yeah, so you can't really compare X-Plus. Thank you, PSL. You can't really compare X-Plus to Hano. Hano is designed as the thrift economical version of. I hate it. Do you like this whole idea? I hate this thrift shit. I really do. Optic. Do you agree or do you disagree with it? I just don't.
I like anything for everyone, right? I always feel like there's tier to this, and if you can't buy this, fine. But because I submitted to the idea that, because I remember back then they were complaining about Iron Man. I was like, oh, they're busy because they're making like so many Iron Mans, and if they don't, the thinking is like, if they don't, are they gonna make X figure? They won't. Even if they stop making Iron Man, they're not gonna make Ripley again. Something like that. So in here, I was like, all right, if you guys want to do that, fine, but this should be cheaper than Wolverine, in my opinion.
Yes.
So if Wolverine is
Absolutely.
160, then he should be maybe 130.
Absolutely.
Maybe that's more acceptable to me, create a separation. But yeah.
So what I think would happen with the Hano, are you getting the Hano Studio Wolverine?
No.
Oh, thank God. Okay, good. I was about to deduct some points on me. Yeah. So I think when they introduced the Hano Studio Wolverine, I think everybody's love blinded them, right? I think that excitement, that joy, it's happened to me maybe once or twice. The first time it happened was with the Toys Era Doc Ock, and I woke up from that nightmare. That was because I saw it. It was my first time ever seeing it. I was like, yeah. And then as you go on, like, this is a piece of shit. What the fuck are they talking? It's just like the tentacles are wrong, the colors, everything. Like I was just nitpicking it like from head to top. Mm-hmm. I think when the Hano Studio Wolverine came out, everybody's like, I love Wolverine. I love it. But love can blind you, because what's happened now, and I've seen, and I tend to spy within the social media community, is that the black suited Spider-Man has now opened, has kind of widened their eyes to now scrutinize the Hano Wolverine. And I'm going to tell you, like, for example, the cheap fabric, like you start to look at things like the joint, like the knee joint, like, oh, ew, you can see right through the fabric. What? Like, yeah. It starts to, like, the illusion starts to break down, and you look at things like this, and you're like the stitching, and like you can see the joint,
right?
And I went back and I researched the multiple comic book versions of Wolverines that were done by Sideshow and such. Even Sideshow, you can't see the joint. Now, this is a close. We don't know the transparency as to how exposed this joint. And maybe some collectors are fine with it. Well, it's $160 figure. I'm just saying you have to really open up, kind of look in. That's an exposed joint right there that may or may not to mention the whole crotch gate situation. Like it looked rough. And then let's go to the other thing that people were pointing out to is, well, if they're using stickers for the black suited Spider-Man, are they using stickers for Wolverine's black tiger stripes?
Right.
We don't know, but everybody's been vouching for it because it's Wolverine.
Yeah,
it's Wolverine. And then Optical, we've collected action figures all our life, and we know that Wolverine in a Marvel Legends is notorious for the bendy claws. After a while, those claws aren't straight anymore. They just start to warp. You expose it to a little. Huh?
Is this metal claws or
no? Not for 160.
Oh, okay.
This is 100. This is the entry level.
Right.
This is the entry level Wolverine. Would they use die cast for those claws? No. Those look like Marvel Legend claws. And as veteran collectors out there, how straight do you think those claws? Because it's easy to praise a prototype photo or even a blogger photo. How long do you think those claws are going to stay straight? So it's just educating yourself, folks. It's just what it is. It's just, I get it. We all love, look, I love Spider-Man, right? Well, Denobi, you don't love Spider-Man. I go, I got a decent spider collection, right? I do. I got the Spider-Verse right there, Optical. Yeah. I got from what I can contain before they start spilling out into other module cases. But I just, sometimes love is blind, and I get people love Wolverine, but it's worth it to just kind of like stop and look, right? And when someone tells me that a collector has canceled their Hano Studio pre-order, that tells me that an angel in heaven gets their wings. That just, I'm doing the service of the prophets.
Yeah,
I just like, oh, you're waking up, folks.
I like this when it was announced, because we all had this void for this Wolverine, because our other option was Sideshow, and like the gate where it's like splitting here and all that stuff. So we were devoid of a Wolverine. But when this was announced, and I still am to a degree, where I'm holding off for pre-orders. Like I'm holding off because I know it's a different time now, but somehow, some way, I don't pre-order, yet I get them. Like, and it's not like I'm using a connection or something. It opens up, but certain retailers, that we're not going to mention, because the last time we did that, somebody got in trouble. It opens up, and I at least I have a short window when it gets released. Maybe I have like a week or two to decide. And it's like, all right, I'm going to get that. And I guess the advantage of that is that I hold off to this because I wanted a Wolverine too. And then they announced the Wolverine from Deadpool, and I was just like, all right, thank God I didn't pre-order. I'm out.
There you go. But we all knew we were going to get one. We all knew Deadpool had Wolverine. We all knew we were going to get this legendary figure. I mean, look at that. I mean, you do the comparisons. Well, Denobi, it's a different. But how much is this one retail for? $330. I'm telling you, you're better off just saving an extra $130 and saving the money for this. It is just, I think, like, it just breaks my heart that Hano Studio, Wolverine, or even that symbiotic Spider-Man is going to be an entry level I mean, they're going to run away packing. They're like, this is it. This is what the community's raving about. Yeah. If that's their first figure, ooh, brother, ooh.
and the guy, if you, I don't know how much it is. I think it's only $60 less. So the other one with no head sculpt is like maybe $260. I think $270.
Yes, there's a deluxe, and then there's the regular. So if you want to go with the regular, yes. Let me see if I can find. Yes.
So if you're really tight, I mean, I still suggest you get the deluxe. I mean, for $60, you get an extra arm and a head sculpt. Like, at worst, sell the head sculpt if you really don't want it. I think you'll get, I don't know, maybe at a minimum $80 for that head sculpt. So it's $340
for deluxe, and then $280.
$280. Oh, so it's $100, maybe
it's $100 more, and once you have the shipping and tax. Right. So it's light years.
Yeah.
I don't know what Hot Toys is doing. I get that they're trying to cater to everybody. They're trying to, but what Hot Toys needs to do is just stay in their lane and let the other companies do their things, like Mattel. That's why we have things like Mattel. We have things like Hasbro and NECA and Mezco One, right? I always thought the Mezco Ones were the mid-level entry. Didn't you? I mean, wouldn't you kind of agree or disagree with that?
Yeah. I feel like they're the training wheels before you jump to Hot Toys. Kind of like, all right, I'm paying $100 for a figure. You know what? Let me add a little bit more, because not every figure is $330. Because lately we've been getting $280 Spider-Mans and all that stuff. Like the Spider-Man, the red and blue suit, that's $280 without if you don't get the like diorama and all that stuff. So it's actually, I wouldn't say getting cheaper, but it's it's not sub 300 anymore. There's figures that are $250, $260. Like the Ant-Man, I think it's $260. The new Ant-Man from Quantum Mania.
That's right.
So it's $260, rolling eyeballs. So I don't have a problem with that Wolverine before, but the black suit Spidey, I think the fact that you're $15 more than the Wolverine from Hano, I was like, dude, I don't know. What
and once you start to total things up, you're kind of like, ooh, something.
I don't know.
Yeah, I just know. But this is the Sideshow version.
Yeah.
And I mean, what were they asking for? What was the price on this? Well, the Astonishing version,
$260.
Yeah, see, what are they doing? This
That's why people were excited, because your other option is this. So you're like, what? $160?
Yeah, that's
I'm
just
in.
I just no. And then you have the Mondo animated one, which I'm not collecting any of the animated Mondo stuff for X-Men, just He-Man. I'm doing Mondo, but this right here, I'm not into the whole animated series of the X-Men.
That's hard to move to.
That's hard to, but I mean, I get it. It's its own niche,
right?
So you can't. I mean, I don't even know if you're allowed to compare, but it is still a 1/6 scale figure. So yeah, I mean, I guess ultimately for the Hano Black Symbiotic Spider-Man, it's the value. It's just not there.
Yeah.
It's not
If
there
it
at all.
was 130, would it be easier to digest?
It should have. I thought it was. When I was reviewing it the very first time, I was basing it off of that. It should. I didn't even think it was going to exceed 160. Is what the Hano Wolverine. I thought, if anything, I go. It looks. I mean, it's black nylon stock and white decal stickers with recycled hands from leftover Hot Toy parts. I mean, and we don't even know what body they're using. I guess where the money's being spent is probably the packaging and trying to bait the collectors into the whole Marvel superhero Secret War shtick. But when I saw that it was 175 and I started doing the math, I go, this is outrageous.
Yeah.
I go, what are they doing?
Yeah.
What are they doing? So no, for me, I got to think about it, and my final thoughts are like, this is still a complete ripoff. There's just better Spider-Men out there to collect.
For 175, if you go to BSTs, you'll get a Hot Toy Spider-Man for under 200. Go to BSTs if you really want a Spider-Man, like maybe not the black suit, but you'll get some random Spider-Man.
Would it be from like SH Fig Arts or
no, like Hot Toys from the buy and sell groups, Facebook.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, like those used ones. You can probably get one for 180.
Deluxe come with the extra arms as well. There's no, yeah, they're referring to the Wolverine. Yeah, it's just better. I mean, that's honestly what it is. In a world that we're just collecting, it's all about the value right now.
Yeah. With
this logic, Hot Toys is pulling Jurassic Park moves with Hano. We will have a coupon day. Nate, what's Aunt Jemima talking about? You gotta cut out the backdrop. What's he talking about? Arts and crafts? What? What?
Rip your comic book and put it on the background.
What are you doing? Referring to the do you really have to? Let me see.
I mean, if you only want to, you could.
Oh, you know what? Is that?
It's cool though. Yeah.
Do they not provide the comic book for you?
I think they do, but they give you an option where you could put your own.
That's kind of ghetto. All right, whatever. Gotta cut BTS. By BTS, a BST. You can't use acronyms like that on this show. Buy sell trade groups. There's buy sell trade groups. And in Facebook, Instagram, I don't even know, or Discord groups and things like that. I avoid BST groups like the plague, because the minute they know it's me, I'm sure I'll get the best deal, right?
Yeah,
yeah, I'm sure I'll definitely get the best deal. All right, so I'm just done. Okay, so that's going to be a no from you. And final thoughts on this guy is just that for 200, I mean, outrageous.
Yeah,
it is just like no.
Maybe 135. That's it.
I honestly, like I said, 150, 160.
Yeah,
but not for this.
No,
not for 201.44.
Yeah.
Nope. All right. So I have to do my public service and I'm not going to spend too much time on Avatar, but I always have to bring up Avatar because I hate when I'm on occasion listening to live streams, right? And even some of the live streams you've been on, Optical, some of the hosts and the panelists always bitch that Hot Toys isn't diverse enough. I hate hearing that crap. It's Star Wars and Iron Man and Star Wars, Darth Vader, same stuff. I wish they were different. I wish Hot Toys was different. And yet when we get the different, when we get the uniqueness, everybody just stays in bed. They just don't give a shit. They just don't. Now, I get that Avatar isn't for everybody, but the fact that we got, 7 pre-order announcements from Ahsoka, one of the lower-rated TV shows, and yet only 2 from Avatar 2, which is $2 billion plus, big IP franchise. It's wild that it just doesn't make any sense. Like, you think they would go hard on Avatar. I mean, this film is still making money. I don't know, it's like 2.4 now, 2.5 billion.
A lot.
It's just, Avatar films make buku money, but it just seems that collectors just don't care. I've always joked that the reason why collectors don't care is because these figures are too tall and can't fit inside their detops. I've always joked. Right, because these things are 18 inches tall.
Yeah, you've been collecting enough like that for a long time that the first one went all the way down to 120 at one point. Like, I think the biggest problem was, like you said, the height. You can barely post them because they have like a weird body structure, like long arms, long legs. You can't bend the arms past 90 or past 45. I think they look cool. They intrigue me, but with all these like yours, like, it's hard.
Yeah.
Where am I going to put that? Like,
it's hard. Yeah.
Like, I don't want to create a space for you,
I guess I'm just saying I'm in the minority. I actually have both of these on pre-order for the deluxe because I would like, because my thing is optical is that I want to have fun with my collection. I want to feel creative. I want to feel inspired. And I actually have a small little section in my corner module cases that I would like to try to create a forest type world of Pandora. I really, really would.
And you like LEDs? That's perfect.
Yeah, LEDs, black fluorescent LEDs, and it's fun. And I have the space, and the module cases are tall enough. And to me, this is like it's different, right? I never had the first Jake Sully. I remember that it was on sale, and I never because when I got into Hot Toys, I was married 100% to Iron Man. It was all Iron Man for me, so I didn't even look. But now that I've diversed my collection, I'm excited for this. And I know it's just like there's really no hate towards these guys. It's Avatar. They just don't care.
It feels like it's not sexy enough.
Yeah, it's different. It's too different. Like I said, I've always had multiple theories. I'm like, this is $1 billion franchise. This is a huge worldwide, and it's just like the hot toy collector community. They just tend to overlook it. Maybe it's just something gets lost in translation. But their skin glows blue when you put it under black light. So I mean, to me, and then their base is USB light up. So beautiful. Again, this is something that it's going to feel very, very fun for me, kind of going in. But I understand. I mean, I don't shove this down it because I get it. A, they're expensive, and then B, it's hard to kind of fit that into your collection. That's why I've always joked about, like, no one can fit these in a DTOF anyway. So
right, like I before DTOF, we had this master. I forgot the name of it. I have a bunch here. Back in Iron Man before the Hall of Armor, Master something case, and they fit perfectly with this one with Hulk. And I love figures like this. The odd figures, I love it, like the Hellboy and Alita and who else? Pennywise, for example. Those kind of. But I think with me in here is that, like you said, they're too tall. Like where am I? Like, you'll be in the floor right next to Venom or something. Yeah, and, I'd rather not do that. Along with She-Hulk, and we might talk about that. Like She-Hulk, I'm not even looking at the movie, kind of, or the show,
or the TV show.
The TV show, I was like, I'm not even looking at I mean, it looks interesting to me. She's big, she's green, These guys are big and blue, but She-Hulk, I think, is more manageable than them.
Yeah,
because they're like you said, 18 inches. So
yeah. Does she have nipples on here? Is she? And
I don't know.
I think there's nipples underneath there. Is there?
Is that glued in there? Maybe
I don't know. I feel like something's protruding.
It looks like
3D.
Yeah.
Is it? You kind of see it, right?
I kind of see with the beads and all that stuff. So
I wonder. Do you think she has alien Nunu underneath the skirt? I'm gonna look. You know what? I'll do a complete breakdown for channel members. I'll strip her butt naked for channel. I'll put her behind the wall. Yeah. I'm seriously. You think you guys are joking? I'll do it.
I know you're not. Yeah.
I'll do it for channel members. I put it behind the paywall. I just like, does she have nipples? What? Is there like how? Like, what about Jake Scully? Do you think he has like a double tentacle thing of an alien?
Hey, it might be swappable. So
maybe this is what goes through. Let me. Where's Jake? Jake Sully. Where are you, dude? Here you go. Yeah, I mean, who knows? I mean, they look great though. I don't know. This is gonna be
the eyes moves, right?
The eyes, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they do have the purrs. Yeah, the eyes do move. So that's gonna be. There's gonna be a level of you know. I wonder if they're photoshopping out her nipples. Anyway, I'll do the breakdown. I'll do the family version unboxing, and then I'll do the channel member breakdown, and we'll go into that.
Dissect it.
This is easy. No, I'm not touching anything from that film. Lady Thor. You touching anything from the Thor film?
I haven't so far. I mean, the figure itself is nice. I don't know.
I just don't care anything about the film or the figures. Like nothing says wow. For me, it's an easy pass. It's these figures were announced at the time when Marvel was dying a death by like 1,000 needles, and I'm like, and I didn't enjoy the movie. I thought the movie was stupid. I didn't even see the film in theaters. I saw it for free on Disney Plus. Yeah. I'm like, I'm not paying to see this shit. That's just no way. So no hate. I have nothing negative about the figures. I just have no interest in it and collecting it or even talking about it. I would just fall asleep. So it's just one of those things that I'm like, You know how collectors out there are treating the Avatar? It's going over their head.
Yeah.
I'm treating Thor Love and Thunder like it's going over my head because I'm like, no, it's just no.
Is it just Love and Thunder or pretty much Phase 4?
Well,
have you bought anything from Phase 4?
When isn't Phase 4 She-Hulk?
Yeah, She-Hulk, Shang-Chi,
because I have She-Hulk on pre-order. She was actually day one pre-order for me.
So, yeah, you can. I guess with She-Hulk, you can kind of treat her as a one-off, almost sort of like in the category of like Hellboy and stuff. But have you, like Marvel guys, have you gotten any Phase 4?
Yeah. Oh no. James is asking about James. I haven't been following any of the Jazz Inc. schlock. I don't I can only help you folks out there fight a battle. I can't help win the war. So I don't know what's going on. I'm only the thing with Jazz Inc. in our X06. You have to look at me like a vampire, right? I have to be invited. And when Jazz Inc. does a product that coincides with Hot Toys, then I come out of the woodworks and I'll bitch about it. But I don't know what's going on with that. I don't care. And I still think he overcharges for his 3D printed vehicles. So no, I'm gonna be nice. Let's move it along. Doc Smith at least is getting Avatar. Looking forward to adding these two. I think they look fantastic. Like I said, it's just, to me, it feels like it's going to be something really fun to collect. And I love this whole black light. There's the base. You can see the base lights up. Oh, see, I love that. See, all that, to me, all that stuff, it comes alive. Remove a detop. Yes, that was when I started to hate the detops. Because when I started collecting, I had the Hulk.
Yeah, you get the ricer, like you go to Home Depot and you rice it off, and
and then people, when I was on Facebook, had to remove a shelf of the detop to fit the Hulk properly, and that was that one year. I'm like, detops are very poor in space management. I've always said it from the very beginning. Optical, they're just, and then if you don't want to remove the extra shelf in the detop, then I did it once for a while and I stopped. This is stupid. Where Hulk would be crutched, hunched back inside. This is just not. There has to be something way, way better. And then I think I ended up installing a shelf in the wall, and that's where I had the Hulk for years until I got my module case. But yeah, I never, like I said, to me, space managing instead of detop was always very challenging and very, very frustrating. And to remove a shelf, it's not managing the space very efficiently.
Yeah.
These Avatar figures are one of the few ways you can collect the figures not costing an arm and a leg, since the other items are at least $1,600 or more. This is a great option if you like Avatar. There's just not even a lot. There's just not a lot of. It's crazy. This film makes this whole film IP makes so much money that there's really not a lot of high-end merch associated with it, kind of like Marvel or Star Wars. It's mind blowing. James is being funny from all the way from Sydney, Australia. Using the toilet tank for space is very common here in the U.S. for statue collectors.
They put more stuff in there, but
they're using. Oh, you know what? That's right. Thank you for correcting me. They don't have genitalia. They're using their tails to copulate.
Like
yeah, they're doing the scissor thing. Yeah. The only Love and Thunder figure I was interested in was Valkyrie. Oh, even Valkyrie looked like she didn't even look great. Valkyrie, just Thor, like they didn't bring anything new to the table for Thor. Thor looked like an Elton John version. It was just too loud and too
colorful,
too fabulous. Yeah, it was just no, it's just over the top. I miss Thor when he's a brute.
Thor. Yeah.
When he's Thor, right? Yeah. When he's a badass. Thor to me would resemble more like Worf from the Next Generation. Just very serious, very stern. I'm here, right? You got to see a lot of that in Age of Ultron, Stark, what have you done? They've stolen, right? When he's like, that's the Thor that, and then even the sequel that nobody liked. I loved the sequel, part 2. I thought it was fine.
Yeah.
Which one was that one? The one with the Dark Elves.
Yeah. Like I want him to be Nordic again, this Thor, like God of War Thor.
Exactly. Exactly. They need to go back to that. They absolutely need to go back to that. All right, so we're gonna finish up on, but I'm gonna try one more time here. Did I look at this photo? Computer in hands. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. That's what tails are for. This is having a live stream here, and we're trying to dissect. What's your name? Nefertiti or
Neteri or something?
Netiti or I don't know. She's Jake Sully's girl. That's what I'm gonna. We're gonna call it. They will kill off Thor and what? I don't know. I miss Marvel. Do you miss old school Marvel?
I do. Maybe I've been longing for them so much that I kind of want to almost pick up the Phase 4. Kind of because I miss buying Marvel stuff. Yeah, I do.
Yeah, the good stuff.
Yeah,
the good stuff. Speaking of good Marvel, I talked about this, but I'll share your thoughts on this one. The Mark 6 2.0 diecast. You feeling anything here at all?
I gotta get the 7 again. I have to get the.
Did you sell your 7 diecast? Did you have the 7 diecast?
Oh no! I mean the entire 7. Like I need to assemble the diecast 7.
You had it at one point though, didn't you?
I did. Like I had the first diecast 6, sold it. I was just like at that point it was like I don't know when diecast 6 came out, but it felt like Iron Man 1 after the other. So I was like, let me get that. Luckily I have second chance for this and Mark 2. The 2.0 Mark II. So yeah, it's almost a must-have. I have a soft spot for this Legacy guys. I only have 4 right now, but and the 1 is somewhere because his base is too good for him to be kept inside the Hall of Armor. Like the 1 diecast. Yeah, it's like all right, you go by yourself there. But
but you have the Mark 5 diecast though, don't you?
Oh yeah, it's someone.
Yeah, that was it right there, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So
right
did you want to go back to the original 7 then? That's how it should be displayed.
Yeah. The original 7 is a must-have. So I already have 1. 3's on Big Bad. It's on my pile of loot. Then this 6. Then after that, I'm just gonna need 2. Yeah. And I think that's it. Yeah. 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never been against 2.0 releases when they make major improvements. This is complete brand new R&D. This is even a better improvement from the first diecast Mark 6, which I have. I like this. They did a really good job. The Mark 6 is so important for Marvel history. I mean, this is the suit. that gets introduced in Avengers. Avengers is the film that got a lot of us into Marvel.
Yeah.
It was Avengers, and the fact that it went from Iron Man 2, which I still love Iron Man 2. He built this in Iron Man 2. We got to see it in action. We got to see it in Avengers and move into the Mark 7. This is I love this layout. I did not pre-order this, but it scares me though, because I think this is going to be a small run.
Like Mark 3. Mark 3 was.
Yeah, so I'm going to, this is something that it seems to be, when this was announced, I searched a lot of my authorized retailers, and a couple of them had already had it sold out. So
you might have a chance if you want the gantry. I think that's
I'm feeling the whole gantry, because like I had discussed, is that if I do the whole gantry, I'm going to USB hack the suit, because I feel the suit needs to be powered up with the gantry.
Yeah.
So it's going to be fully lit up. Yeah.
It's a different time too, when the first Mark 6 was out, we're in the middle of Avengers. So it feels like there's a lot of things going on. Like I can't focus on just Iron Man. I got to buy Thor, I got to buy Ultron, all that stuff.
If you want to play it simple, you can stick with the 7. You're not that far off to just building the legendary 7, right?
Right. No.
Yeah.
I think that's the reason why I kind of let go of my 7 before, because I was just like, all right, I got to buy a new Iron Man, I got to buy a new Cap. But right now, like we talked about, there's no Marvel, nothing.
No.
So I can solely focus on Iron Man and, like a little bit of Spider-Man here and there, because there's really no good Marvel out there. So now I feel different about the 7. Kind of like, man, I kind of miss Iron Man.
It's been over a decade too. It's been a long time, right? We feel like we kind of grew up with the original 7 in the plastic form, and it's nice that the next generation gets a chance to build a legendary 7. For a hell of a lot more than what we paid back in.
Right.
But they can justify it. The value is there. This is what I'm talking about. Like, they're asking for a lot of money. This set is what, $660 on Sideshow? It's a lot. It's a lot. And that was when this was announced. That was when everybody started to throttle back, because they knew Sideshow had changed their policy. Like, we're not giving you kids your money back because you guys are dicks. So yeah, remember they stopped, and that's when they had implemented that new rule. And so I throttle my pre-order list. I've been trying to keep my pre-order list as conservative as possible. And to pre-order something like this, and then not get your money back in case you get cold feet. That's what, $66.
Yeah,
that's a lot of money. So a lot of collectors did not pre-order, and it's gone. I added myself to the wait list. I would love to buy this through an outside authorized retailer, but like I said, I'll tell you, one of them I already checked. Ultra Ego is sold out of it.
Yeah. Most are.
Yeah. Big Bad Toy. I'll tell you 2 of the ones I checked. Big Bad Toy Store sold out, and Ultra. And then I have 3 that unfortunately I can't share with you wonderful folks out there,
right?
Because my duty is to manage my collection in my world. And as much as because optical, right?
Yeah.
I have 3 authorized retailers that if they get this in stock, it's free shipping and no tax.
No tax.
For me, that's almost $100. Actually, it's a little over $100 savings.
Yeah.
$100.
The last time we shared that,
yeah,
they had tax now.
Yeah. When Alter Ego was the one that I was preaching and waving the good book in the air, and then they got busted, and Sideshow got jealous. So poor Alter Ego, But no. And then this is going to be a huge box. This is going to be an experience. This is going to be heavy, and so I'm assuming shipping's going to be $30 or $40. So yes, this is going to absolutely. I love Iron Man. God, I love Iron Man so much.
It just never gets old. Regardless of what armor you get, the first time you open it, you have a lot of Iron Man, but it never gets old. Holding the die cast, playing around with it. I don't know. It's just
my newfound interest to optical is that I love to USB hack these things.
Yeah.
I've had so much fun USB hacking them that it's just like Like I think I just did one recently, just for shits and giggles. I did the.
You did a 3, right?
I did a tech. No, I did the neon tech. I think is the one I did. A black one. Yeah, the neon tech one. Let me see. Hold on one second. Hold on. I did this one. This is the one.
Oh, okay. Nice.
I just did this one. Yeah, I just when I get bored and there's like no good TV, Acolyte. I'll yeah. I even added the power gun or the
nice.
So I just this is what I do. I do that. But yeah, it's so easy. I've mastered the art of using transistors. So not transistors, resistors, so that they don't short. Yeah. So yeah, if I'm gonna get this guy, he's gonna be USB hacked. He's gonna be powered up. I'm gonna plug him in, and he's gonna come alive. He's gonna.
So now you got, because I know you got a Hall of Armor too, the custom. So now you can put the Mark 6, the old one, there, or are you gonna sell that?
No, I'm gonna keep him.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep them inside the Hall of Armor.
Yeah.
I did turn off. I don't want to move the camera because it usually gets fidgety, but I did. They're all USB powered and so forth. But yeah, something about the suits, they just look better when they're lit up.
Yeah, they do.
They just do. And this whole setup here is gonna glow. Are they including a backdrop? I don't even know if they're gonna like a New York backdrop.
They didn't say anything, but that would be nice. I mean,
that would be not like a color photo of him flying in to Stark Tower.
Is this USB powered?
Yes.
Yeah,
the diorama is USB.
Yeah.
Yes, not the suit though. The suit is still button powered. So, and to me, I'm like, well, that's the whole idea, is to get him. And I would probably have him something like this, where I would just power his chest arc and the helmet. I don't think I would use the actual head sculpt. Yeah, this is just so cool. I love this guy. This is just
nice.
They just did a really bang up job on this. But you don't have the marks. You actually had the plastic version, and then you're thinking about this one maybe or maybe not. Or...
Oh no, this is I'm getting this for sure. I didn't pre-order it, but I'm getting this. I'm sure I'm getting this. I had a diecast back then. So so I have to get this.
Yeah, no, it's the neon tech. Once you power it up, it looks badass. It really does, Martin. Chris Amelito, hello from Chile. How you doing? Hello. I still haven't opened up Mace Windu. I still need to get him. Are you getting Mace Windu?
No, I missed that window. You know, I was in that mode still where I'm not going to pre-order anything, and I was just like,
I didn't pre-order him.
Yeah.
I felt like at the time I didn't need him.
Right. He shot up in price.
He shot up in price. He's selling out in a lot of. I do know 2 authorized retailers that have not gotten their batch. I'm sorry, folks. I wish I could share my sources, but I will have I just picked up an opportunity on the newest Spider-Man, the No Way Home, the brand new suit, the end of the suit. He's arriving Tuesday. I got him through one of my authorized sellers, free ship, no tax.
Nice.
So I scored. Yeah. So if I can find Mace Windu in that route, because I know, again, Alter Ego, Big Bad Toy Store, Mace Windu, and you're right, he is shooting up.
Yeah.
He's a cool character. Mace. Yeah. I just, at the time when he was announced, no hate towards. I love Samuel Jackson. Nick Fury is one of my best characters in my Fison series. I love working with Nick Fury, but the problem is that when he was being announced, there was the problem with Star Wars is overbearing.
Right.
It's overwhelming. It's overbearing. You have to pick your battles. While everybody else was sleeping on the super battle droids, I was buying 2 of the super battle droids because we all have our different loves for Star Wars. So you probably didn't even care for the battle droids, do you? Nobody there is
no, don't pick them up. I think they're still available, right? They're still out there.
Yeah, but the skinny ones are the ones that are worth a mint now. The Geonosian.
Yeah. And to be fair, when he was announced, he was underwhelming. Mace Windu, like he didn't had the like the rolling eyeball system. Like it felt like an older figure, and then the head sculpt was kind of like, it didn't really
they
stood
didn't have
out.
the purse, did they? They didn't have the
Oh,
purse.
no purse.
Oh,
That one.
Oh, and they're still asking for that Star Wars money. What, $300 average?
$300, no purse. I think he's USB. I think, but yeah,
The
no
lightsaber, the lights. I did see some shorts on
Yeah.
YouTube that the lightsaber is
USB.
is
but
USB.
No purse.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I just very underwhelming. I don't know. It's just
Underwhelming.
I just at the time it's like, well, do you get Mace or do you get Padme or Anakin? Right?
Right. And then you're kind of like, all right, you know what? If it goes on sale at that time, right? Like if it goes on sale, maybe I'll pick it up. And nothing goes on sale anymore. It's very rare.
No, you're chasing shit now. It's all a chase right now.
The only thing that became available as of recently, like the most recent announced figures, was Thor from Love and Thunder. Like that actually went to stock and maybe have an opportunity to be on sale. But other than that, I don't know.
I know, and it's Love and Thunder too. So
right.
So we are, so folks, this is a work of art. Optical and I we're experiencing the art and the ways of Iron Man. And if there's one thing that Hot Toys knows what to do is die-cast suits.
Yeah.
They do such a bang-up job. They really,
That's their foundation where Hot
Toys
is,
Now let's talk about controversy here. Let's do She-Hulk. I'm excited for this. I really am. This is so free. I saw art. I saw fun. I saw art, and I hated the show. Mind you, Optical. I thought the only episode out of 6 episodes or 8 episodes was the one where she gets to sleep with Daredevil. She gets to screw him. That one episode was actually not just because she does them, and we all imagine in our heads like pervs, right? But how that is, who's right and who, right? So, but what I saw was this is all brand new R&D. Everything here from top to bottom, brand new, nothing recycled. The skin tone, everything. It just, plus her height. Isn't she like 16 inches? She's tall as shit.
She's tall, yeah.
She's like 16 and a half inches or something like that.
Yeah, maybe shorter than Hulk, but definitely taller than a regular Hot Toy.
Yeah.
There you go, yeah.
There you go. It's like 15 or 16. So he's
maybe 15.
Inches.
Yeah.
Yeah. Boy, he when you have them,
that mountain right there.
What I mean, talk about her short king, huh?
Yeah, the man without fear. So
I just don't. I don't. Do you have? I kind of want him now, though. I did not pre-order.
I love the Daredevil Netflix series.
Yeah.
This one, well, it's Daredevil, so I have a soft spot for him, like Iron Man. I recognize this is not the best looking figure because you see the body proportions. He has no waist. But I still want him. I don't know. I want him, and I want.
He looks like he has like that stocky look from George from Seinfeld.
He does. He doesn't look like a superhero. He looks like
he does. Well, no, and then you have her, have him right next to her, and you're like, is he the cowgirl in this? What's going on?
Does he cry afterwards? I don't know what happened.
I don't know. I think her body proportions, her height, the texture, and she does have the Purr's eye. What would have been cool is having, not like artesian hair or the artisan hair, just rooted hair. They could have done it to this one. I think that would have worked a little bit better to have like just old school rooted hair. Not saying that the sculpted hair isn't working, but I felt like maybe they should have just done rooted, not artisan or anything like that.
Right, like the old school Black Widow hair from Iron Man 2 or something.
Yeah, there you go. There's Nate. There's Mama. A tall glass of Mama right there. Nate, me and Nate. I think Nate did it, and I pre-ordered it the day. And I think I did my pre-order the day up. This was like within days of her announcement. I thought she looked cool as shit. I hate the show. I thought the show was a joke. I thought the show brought the Marvel universe backwards, but the character of her, and the figure, and like, this is just awesome. And then she's gonna blow up. Like, everything is blowing up right now. She's what is like $290 retail? What was her sticker?
It's not bad. I think it's like 310 or something.
Yeah, she's gonna blow up. I mean, I know people don't like her, but or is it the show? Maybe they just don't like the show.
Maybe it's the show, and she's just a byproduct of.
Yeah.
Because as a figure, like me, I think I watched like 2 episodes of the show, maybe 1.5.
Yeah.
I just stopped. I just looked at this as a figure because it's very unique. I did a preview of this, and I was just like, I'm not saying I'm gonna buy it, but I'm really intrigued. This is one of those things where, like, please go on sale, because I really want to buy you, and I want to have a reason to buy you, but nothing goes on sale anymore.
Nothing,
even waitlist here.
Not anymore.
I think what would have pushed me was and they never do this, but like a second head sculpt or a face plate of some sort, where it's like a different expression.
Oh, I see. Well,
yeah, I guess,
like what type of facial expression? Like a facial.
I don't even know if she got mad because she went
like she's blowing like a flute, a whistle, or
I don't even know what she does. You know, when she was clapping, there's like a picture where she was like clapping, and she's like this, and I was just like, what just happened here?
What type of facial expression? Like, we're trying to keep it family oriented. I mean,
no, like,
I'm the one that pushes
mad or something, you know, shouting. I don't know. I don't even know if she got a fight in the show. I don't know, but she looks like she's hiding a secret here. You know?
Definitely. Yikes. We're gonna talk about her. Did you see the one picture where it looks like she's carrying a package? I'll bring that one up.
No.
Did you like she visited Thailand?
Oh geez.
I'm a big fan of She-Hulk comics and also Tatiana Maslany, but couldn't get past the first episode. Looks like a good figure. I'm satisfied with my Sideshow 1/5 She-Hulk statue. Well, that's different. That's probably the comic book version. I've seen the She-Hulk one. I know which statue you're talking about. This is based off of the show. We're not. You have to ask yourself, do you think we're ever going to get another She-Hulk figure? Maybe if she's introduced in a film. Because she's not getting a TV show. You know, the TV show was expensive for Disney.
That's what I heard.
They spent a mint. All that CGI to get her. Yeah, they spent a fortune on it, and it was not critically well received. So the only way we're going to ever see this character in the MCU is in a film, probably in a team up, maybe. She's not going to get a solo film.
No, not at this point. Nope.
Yeah. Yeah, the She-Hulk figure looks like an out of work lawyer. She would actually look hot if she was in a ponytail and a flirtatious smile like she does in the show. I mean, I Am Legend. You might as well. What's next? You should have her on her knees. Come on now. Come on. What, like rug burns on her chin? What do you? Come on now. Thank you, Eric. She does look good. Yes, I think she looks fantastic. I can't wait. I just hope that she charges very very quickly. Don't charge me like in September or November, because I'm tired of all this crap being pushed back. I have so many things on pre-order that's been pushed back to the end of the year. That's one of the reasons I've throttled my pre-orders, Optical. Mm-hmm. Like I'm like, I gotta be careful. There's just too many things that are being pushed back. Yeah.
I hope the shoulders are not seamless, you know, so you can with the arms and stuff.
Well, that outfit is welded on. That thing isn't, you know, I don't know if I can remove it. I'd like to see what's underneath it, just for scientific research.
Yeah. You know, like just
for scientific research.
We got to know the fabric.
You know, if she wasn't on wait list, I would honestly buy 2. You know, hoping that it maybe that like in your mind process, maybe she'll go on discount. No, because if she did sit around, I would have bought a second one, customize it. You know, put a dress on her or something like that, and just kind of go put her in your. Yeah, because she wears like a white dress, you know, and I don't know if she's allowed to wear a white virgin dress anymore, but right, you can put different outfits, but not at this sticker price. I can only imagine she's going to start breaking $400 or $500 by the end of the year. I mean, she's not.
And it's a new body too. Like, can you imagine with Hot Toys like doing an R&D on this body? And I was like, oh man, we made 25.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what, and I told people that in the beginning. I go, like, Hot Toys is going above and beyond. Their R&D budget on this is everything here is brand new.
Yeah.
She's tall as shit. There's just the brand new head sculpt, the Purr's eyes, the sculpted hair. I think even the hands are even brand new and customizable for her. So, which one was it? It's one of these. One that somebody had pointed out that she went to.
Oh, there you go. Maybe that's the one.
Is it this one? It has to be this one. This is the one that she just came back from Thailand. Is it the? So,
like, what's your name, George?
I put it in the strain, the She-Hulk and the Battle of the Bulge.
She can't go to an airport, man. She's packing some heat.
I just, like I said, they did such a great job, and it's a shame because I think because enough time has passed that I think collectors would reconsider her now, but because she's on wait list, and we have 130, we're still averaging 130 plus pre-orders. Oof. Star Wars, there's so much stuff on pre-order right now, so much announcements that it's a tough decision. I mean, I guess the best part is that I think she's already in chase mode right now. She's not going to be cheap. If you can't get her through an authorized reseller, she's not going to be cheap. Did you pre-order her? You didn't pre-order her, right?
No, I didn't. No. I was in that mode where I was just like, well, it's a new body, like I don't think they're just gonna make like 30 of these. So maybe it'll, maybe I'll get a chance when it's this. I feel better, if it's discounted, maybe like 10-20%. But nothing goes that anymore. Like nothing goes on sale anymore. So
no. If you could find her at retail, would you be tempted?
Tempted, sure. I don't know if I still would pull the trigger though. Like, I think the sale would
not cheap. I know.
Yeah, I think this because, and also I didn't watch the show. The fascination is purely because of the figure, because it looks good as a figure. It's like it's unique. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I know that 305 and then plus tax. I know, and I pre-ordered her through Sideshow, so she's gonna run me like 340. Yeah, 345. Yeah, tax chip. Yeah, but no, I'm excited. I hope I get charged. I hope I get her before I go to San Diego. Because I hate when I'm traveling and packages arrive and she's at the door. She's like, "What's all this shit?" Can you sign for it, please? It's just materials.
It's hot in here. It's burning.
Yeah, it's just
melting now.
It's a box of glue sticks. Just sign for it. She-Hulk will probably show up in the Deadpool 4 or whatever and flip it. Like I said, I would welcome another iteration of her in a different costume, but this may be it. I think this is it, folks.
Yeah.
I just don't.
They might reset everything. This is the one.
Like, yeah. She has no back. Nate. She's not carrying luggage, Nate. What? We haven't seen a photo of her in her back, have we?
No.
What?
She ain't doing squats. I mean, she got
no. What's going on? The Hulk serum didn't give her the full power.
It didn't distribute even.
Didn't distribute it all. What is she squatting on? What? No, let me stop. I think all jokes aside, I think it looks. I think
it looks good. It looks good.
And good for them to because that suit is welded on. That thing is good. If you want to take that jumpsuit off, you're gonna have to destroy it. I would imagine so. I don't think they added a zipper to that thing.
It's not a heat gun can do, but we'll see.
Yeah, Daddy Joe. Daddy Joe. She hugged in a single display. There you go. That's it. That is it. I try to promote. This is one a good reason to why I'm actually enjoying the show, because these are one-offs, right?
Yeah.
We've spent so much time with the Iron Man, Marvels, and Star Wars, and people tend to forget. Collectors tend to forget that they do branch off, and then when they do branch off, no one seems to give a shit. But yet, when it comes to the Hano Studio Black Symbiotic, everybody's just losing their mind, and they want to. I don't know. Sometimes it feels like they're going up. Like, how can you vouch for something? I'm trying to. I really am. I've always been trying to look out for the community, and I've always said, raise shields, be cautious, but there's just individuals out there that just want to promote their schlock.
He's bluffing.
Consider what you're about to do, Paul Atreides.
Silence! Abomination. As a servant of the Imperium, you will bow at my feet.
Your feet! You'll be lucky to keep your head.
I like that one. I had fun making that one. Nate, what happened, Nate? What? You didn't tell me. You didn't tell me that Hot Toys didn't allow her to carry the luggage on the flight. You know, it was only carry-on. It wasn't additional luggage. What happened there, Nate?
I thought she's not going to get discounted. It looks like she got discounted.
Like what? I mean, all jokes aside, for this particular point out, they over-exaggerate the shit out of She-Hulk in statues and other forms of media.
Yeah.
That's always been her shtick, right? That whole let's make her into Jessica Rabbit type deal. But yet you get to Disney Plus and they start cutting corners, and you're like, what? You know,
it's the wrong corner to cut. But
what's going on? What's going on there? No, this is fun. This will be a definitely good one. I hope Sideshow. I hope Sideshow does.
If you have a small batch, you'll probably get it right away.
Man, I hope so. I really, really do. I hope we get that really, really quick. Before I want to do, let me see if I can do this. I want to talk about this really quick because I want to put this out into the universe. I'm gonna throw a curveball at you, Optical. Where is it? Where's I have it set up here. It may block us, but I think it'll get the message. Here we go. Now, I don't have Disney Plus. I have not been watching The Acolyte. Do you have Disney Plus? Have you been watching the show? I
canceled that like a year ago.
Okay, I canceled mine in November. I'm done. Once they did the price increase, I'm like, screw you, Disney.
Same.
Yeah, because when I subscribe to streaming services, I go for the best value. I charge the whole year. And I went from like $80 a year to like 140. I'm like, nope.
Same. Like I got mine from like a Black Friday or something. And then I subscribed, and then like you said, you went up. And I was like, oh, nope.
So no. So I as far as reviewing the Acolyte, I only know, but with what's being shared to me from social media, and I have no love for the show, and I have really no hate. But the clips that are being sent to me on the character of Quir looks fantastic. I'm going to tell you this.
Is that a guy with a zipper? Oh,
it's this guy right here.
Yeah,
this guy right here, Manny Jacinto. Which he's a really good actor, and I actually enjoyed watching him on The Good Place. I don't know if you've ever watched The Good Place or not.
No, but I heard that's my peeps. So
yeah. That's right. Yeah, that's right. He's Filipino. Yeah. Well, his last name Jacinto. That's Spanish. So it's interesting to hear people pronounce it Jacinto when it's really meant to be pronounced with the Spanish tongue. Jacinto, Manny Jacinto, right? I think it's Manny Jacinto. But anyway, I've seen the video of this. I've seen the clips of him in battle, and I think it's badass. Have you seen the fight scenes with him? I can't.
Yes. So on YouTube, like not knowing the backstory of Acolyte, right? Because I've heard so many things, and I'm not gonna, because I haven't watched a single.
I haven't watched it.
Yeah.
I'm only watching what's being sent to me, and everybody seems to be falling in love with the battle action sequences. And I bring it up, and a lot of people in the community feel that Hot Toys isn't going to touch the Acolyte, and I go, I think they are, and I go, if they're going to touch it, it's probably going to be on this guy.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be this guy right here. If they're only going to make one or two, it'll be
this will be it.
It'll be Quimir, it'll be this guy here, and then it'll be the Jedi Wookiee that dies after 10 seconds of screen time.
He gives me Kylo Ren vibes.
Yeah.
Without watching it and not knowing anything about him, right? Like if we're gonna take one person out of the sequel, that would be Kylo Ren. I was like, all right, he's badass. Without knowing anything, he just looks cool. That's how I feel about him. Not knowing anything, just looking at the screen. The helmet looks nice. The one with like a smiling, almost zipper type mouth thingies. I was like,
yes,
I like it.
I've seen some of the jokes calling him Dr. Teeth and so forth.
Yeah.
I'm more fascinated with his fighting style and the special Legends metal that's incorporated into his helmet.
Yeah.
Do you know what the helmet, right? It short circuits lightsabers.
Oh, okay. No, I don't.
So it's called cortosis or something. And his helmet is made out of a special metal from Legends. This is all I'm gathering. Hopefully this isn't spoilers. I'm gathering this all from shorts because I'm not watching the show.
Right.
But I do know that the helmet is made out of a Legends rare metal. I think it's called cortosis, and I could be pronouncing it wrong. But this metal, once it comes in contact with a lightsaber, it short circuits the lightsaber and then prevents the lightsaber from working. And I saw that in the battle action sequence. And I go, that's cool as shit.
Yeah.
That's
a shield of that.
Yeah. There you go. It's a rare. There you go. I knew somebody was going to correct me on this. Cortosis. It's a very rare metal, even harder to find. And I thought it was more valuable than Beskar. Only 2 planets have it. And this is part of the Legends canon. And to me, Optical, to me, I go, this is cool as shit. It's a shame that the story arc and the writing is bad, but apparently the development of this particular character is awesome. So if he goes into pre-order, I'm probably going to pre-order him.
Maybe it's best that we don't watch the show. That's why we don't have much attachment to it.
There you go.
Going, via instincts or just the sheer looks of it, and be like, it'll be easier to pull the trigger because you don't have hate or love or whatever, no emotion attached to it.
Like I said, I'm not here to defend the show. I'm not here to bash it or hate it. I don't give a shit about the woke agenda. It doesn't. The only thing I'm attracted to is a good story. I'm also allergic to bad scripts. I've always said that. When I don't hate watch a show just to hate on it. If I watch the first or second episode, I can recognize garbage and I move along. I've only ever seen the first pilot episode of Book of Boba Fett, and I moved on. I go, this is garbage. I've only seen the first episode of Falcon and Winter Soldier. I recognized it was bad writing when they had Falcon on food stamps, and you're telling me that my boy Tony Stark did not grant him a pension?
Yeah,
I was offended by that. I go, I'm not doing this. I'm not. And I haven't even seen Black Widow. So I'm just as mean at boycotting a show within the Star Wars universe as I am with Marvel. I don't discriminate. I just discriminate against bad scripts.
Right.
I probably, even if I get Disney Plus back or something, I probably will never watch the show. But I can tell you right now, just the shorts videos that I've seen of this dude. Plus, I love the actor. He's so freaking cool. He's just apparently the way he's really, really good. Plus, an Asian Sith that looks badass and could fight, and he's a good actor, and he's Filipino, right? I'm like, this is the shit here. This is really awesome. It's a shame he's associated with this bad show, but I'm excited. I'm like, I kind of hope we get him, because the idea of this rare metal that this individual has able to procure and can short circuit a lightsaber. We've never seen that. Optical.
I didn't even know that exists, but
I didn't either. Yeah. I didn't either until I saw the short. I'm like, I'm in bed, we're all in bed, and we're like, what a metal that can short circuit a lightsaber?
Yeah. To be fair, like everything that I've heard about him was positive. Like everything that I've heard about the show is pretty much negative, but him. And that could happen. You could stand out in a pile of shit, I suppose. Well, I'm not calling the show a pile of shit because I haven't seen it, but from what I heard, So maybe it's a good thing. Like I said, maybe it's a good thing that we haven't seen a single episode. So
yeah. So that being said, I'm kind of giving you what I've learned only by watching shorts.
right.
If they announced because they might, this is Sunday. If it's gonna happen, Hot Toys likes to ride the whole tentpole movement. It may be this week, it may be for Comic-Con, who knows? But during their the toy event, when Sideshow streams from their warehouse or their break room, they may announce it. They may announce it. So is it something that you would consider getting?
Yeah, anything that looks cool. I bought Boba from Book of Boba because I thought he was like sitting on a throne. Man, that was cool. I want that. I don't care what it, like the show overall, but I like the just the image of it. This guy, I mean, he looks cool, so that might be enough.
So Master Soul, I've seen him fight, and he's a badass. So if they release him, I would say 30% I would get Master Soul, but I would probably say 75, 80% I would get Sith. Wait a minute. Do we know, is he a Sith? I'm not trying to spoil anything. I have not watched the show. I mean, I don't probably plan on watching it.
If you haven't seen it.
Yeah, I'm not trying to. I only know what I'm seeing, what's being shared with me on shorts. In fact, I promise you, I'm probably never going to watch a show. I haven't even seen Andor. I don't ever plan on seeing Andor.
It's actually good. It's boring, but it's good.
Yeah, I was given no reason to ever watch Andor, so I stayed away from Andor. But Master Soul, he's from Squid Games, good actor. He's huge in Hong Kong and China films and stuff like that. So he's a very well respected actor overseas. So I knew when they had casted him as Master Soul, I knew he's a good actor. He did a fantastic job in Squid Games. So
that's a maybe.
I would, for Master Soul it'd be a maybe.
Yeah.
But for this guy here, for Manny Jacinto, I'm like, he's plus that one. There's a maneuver though when he stabs a Jedi, and then he pulls another Jedi into his saber.
It's just cool.
It's just cool.
I just wish they give him a head sculpt. Then they don't give us the first Kylo Ren treatment where the first Kylo Ren didn't have a head sculpt, just mask.
I wish that the fight sequence took place on location versus the volume, because even in the short format on my phone, it looks hokey fake. They should have done it out in the forest on location on a mountain somewhere. And the problem is that Disney Plus is abusing the volume way too aggressively. The volume was something as a supplement,
right?
Because even the Mandalorian, on occasion, he actually did go on location. The one scene where they're out in the desert fighting the dragon coming out of that was on location. So even the Mandalorian knew how to use the volume on occasion, but still go on location. Right. This fight sequence should have been out in a real forest somewhere. It should have been not in the volume with fake Home Depot plants and things like that. I am not going to be getting the black. I don't collect Black Series helmets anymore. They are way too expensive in real estate. I just they're a challenge to display. Would you agree on that? Optical?
Yeah, I got a few back then, even with Iron Man and all that stuff. And then it kind of accumulates, and then it takes up the space of what a hot toy should be there.
Yes.
So I was just like, no.
Yeah, I've learned I'm not the only one that they're space hogs. They're challenging to display, and for something to take up that amount of space for only $100 versus you have a deluxe set of 400 or 500 that needs that space. The deluxe set is going to trump versus the helmet. So, but yeah, this is my thoughts on the Acolyte. I just think this character is just really, really cool.
Yeah.
And if the Hot Toys releases him, like I'm gonna get him. The whole idea of a metal that can
look at how he holds his saber too, like
exactly. Plus, and then his saber detaches into a. Did you see him fight? You gotta see. So his saber, his one saber. The bottom of it pops out, and an extra saber comes out. So he has two sabers. Everything about this guy is just like, wow.
It's just cool.
It's just they actually spent some time in properly character development. So let me see. He recognizes as the others calling him a Sith. Long answer for yes, he is a Sith. So the show is acknowledging that he is a Sith. I didn't know if we had even. I don't know. I'm gonna rely on you, Gustav. I wasn't even sure, but it's not. Oh, see, now I'm getting conflicting reports here. It's not confirmed what Quimir is. Is it? I'm gonna say Quagmire. Chimere. I'm assuming it's Chimere. It seems not even he knows, but says the Jedi would call him the Sith. Oh, okay, so it's a point of view. It's a Star Wars point of view, seemingly because he doesn't know what else to call himself. All right. Well, you're wielding a red lightsaber, dude. So I'm assuming you're part of the Dark Force. Yeah. Helmet sold out in Hasbro. Yeah. So I wasn't even going to waste my time with the helmet. It was done at night to cut corners on CGI. Finds it. Yeah, and I get it. It's just to save money, but sometimes you got to spend some money. Disney Plus. You can't do that. Yeah. You can't do that. They look good. I'm Legends referring to the helmets. The helmets. Yeah. They look good in detox though, but the problem is they're real estate hogs, man. Yeah. They take up so much space. I'm with Optical. I had the Iron Man. I had the Mandalorian helmet. I had a Stormtrooper.
If you wait too, they go cheap.
And then they go cheap.
Panther, if you're really into that, but once you get into your collection in mind, kind of like, all right, like one cube, you're thinking it's like, oh man, I can house like 4 figures in there, something like
that. He holds both of them in the Jakari stance, same stance as Ahsoka. Both blades are shorter, but very swift and dangerous. Like I said, if I had to speculate, we are going to we're gonna get a pre-order announcement on that. So I'm gonna do I think I'm gonna come to the end. So I'm gonna do my USB hack giveaway for the membership run. Thank you so much, Optical, for hanging out. I wasn't sure if you were gonna be. Oh, wait a minute. Did you?
Are we good? We're good.
We're good. Okay, good. I'm just making sure. I don't want to hold you, but folks, for channel members, if you joined during this live stream, I apologize. I did the cutoff at 8:30 p.m. Pacific time. If you happen to become a channel member from this point on, I will be doing another giveaway at the end of July. I'll be giving away the blue Hall of Armor. Is it the blue one? Yeah, the dark blue one. This is for the light one. Hold on, I think I have a photo here. Not to block Optical, but it's so this giveaway is for the blue Hall of Armor. No iron suit, that stays here. And what makes these Hall of Armor so unique is that they've been USB hacked by me. It's plug and play. The side, I guess the side panels, I've installed Cobb LEDs, so they're bright. They're super duper bright. And for July's giveaway, I'll give away the dark blue one on the right, just to kind of give you an example why that's such a big deal. Optical here understands that those side panels were never connected. They were never daisy chained. So Optical has the Hot Toys Hall of Armor, and he has his plugged in daisy chain, but all it does is lights up. That's one of the things that's always pissed me off too, Optical. You know that. Yeah. That's why I sold most of them. These are my last 3. I got rid of them all because I hated that they were never fully lit.
Right. And it's annoying. Like you press it and then you run out of battery or something. Run out of battery.
Yeah, it just sucked. It just really, really sucked. All right. There we go. What does that say? Oh,
he is. Oh, here we go.
There you go.
Congratulations.
Right. There you go. PSL.
PSL.
You win it. Oh, wait a minute. He's overseas too, isn't he? I did disclose though. We're gonna split the shipping fee. I said I go free shipping in the U.S. And we'll split in. I'll cover most of the cost for international. But yeah. So PSL, congrats. You're gonna get it. Reach out to me through Instagram, and I'll get that going. I'll make sure I get it out. So Optical, thank you so much for
thank you for having me, man. It was fun.
It was a blast. And here we go. Now we get to use this one.
Danobi has told me the evening run has come to an end. My children, don't be stupid and create a spreadsheet to keep track of your little toys. You don't want to be like Billy. He ran away crying when he spent too much, I tell you.
If you have a milkshake, And I have a milkshake. And I have a straw. There it is. That's the straw, you see. Watching. And my straw reaches